Jai Hind everyone, welcome to Train for SSB. As I discussed in my previous video that in this video we are going to talk about India's coastal security. So let's start with some physical aspects first. India, being 7th largest fishing nation, hugs seaweed with its nearly 7,520 kilometer long arms, out of which nearly 5,140 kilometer consists of its mainland, that is 9 state, and rest goes with its islands. Now, in order to understand structurization of India's coastal security, it is pretty much important to know why and how coastal security is critical to us. Now, as I discussed in my first video that India acquires a large area of exclusive economic zone to take care of due to its sovereignty over islands which are away from its mainland, and also as I discussed in my previous video that nearly 90 to 95% and 70% by value of the international trade India do through oceanic route. So these factors makes India's ships and ports pretty much vulnerable to hijacking and piracy attacks. And also it has been seen that India's coastal areas are very much vulnerable to external threats, be it terror attacks or some illegal activities or anti-national activities or illegal entry of migrants. So, and if I mention here example of Serial Blast 1993 and Mumbai Blast 2008, I don't think there is much clarification needed to give. Now let's understand how India is performing and what are the arrangements of India's coastal security. Well, in this regard we have multi-layer or multi-tier arrangements. The very first we have state coastal police or state marine police. These ensure safety over 5 nautical miles, often regarded as shallow waters. And after that we have India's Indian Coast Guard. These ensure safety or these safeguard our territorial waters, artificial islands, and also take surveillance over exclusive economic zone. And finally we have Indian Navy. It is a multi-role agency and these ensure safety or these ensure overall maritime safety and also ensure or also deal with external threats. Now I won't say that this structure is rigid because I'm saying on the basis of evolution that occurred from past few years, and that's the beauty of any coastal or be not coastal security, any security system. Changing or evolution is the beauty of any security system. For example, after Kargil Review Committee we had Marine Police or State Marine Police, and after Mumbai attack NIA, NSG, NatGrid and multi-tier arrangements further enhanced our security arrangements. Now let's talk about some limitations or what are the challenges and what are the way forward along with that. Now the very first aspect I would like to bring here is that since we have various agencies working for our coastal security, so a good coordination is pretty much required and pretty much important for us, and sometimes lack of coordination leads to delayed responses, and that is not acceptable in terms of security system. An excellent example here is NatGrid. I would say example excellent initiative by the government is NatGrid, where we share intelligence. And further aspect, this is the first aspect. A second aspect I would like to bring here is that differentiating between peoples and boats. For example, Kasab boat went unnoticed during the attack during the year 2000 attack. So in this regard what we can do, we can deploy some advanced technologies. For example, making AIS, that is automated identification system, mandatory, and further strengthening our coast guard radar chain. And also we can provide some or we are also providing not we, Indian government providing ID cards to the fisherymen or those who are doing fishery business. And also we need to review periodically our coastal guidelines. So these are the some things which we can do to improve further things. And also one more thing I would like to share, that there is a very much important need, be it any field, any security agencies, are regular operations, so that a general awareness could be created between the peoples and also within the service about the existing threats. So that's all from my side regarding the coastal security. If you have some another points or some more points to add or some few interesting facts to add, please comment in the following section. We will try to follow that and we will cover that in next time. That's all. In my next video, I will talk about Andaman and Nicobar strategic importance, which is pretty much burning topic these days. Till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Keep sharing, keep learning. Thank you.